Park Last School Junction. Ewo and some yetin to my yezi fair yezo some and there area berry and some no doors of papa ye or doors of papa name za odimo akotin ebi on your day. Oh yeah, you coming governs, and also that to go at Chemude or my Ghana on rotos. I would one year general criminal or Bessan as the Abapium. Now, you kwame governs the Korea Sanaka Chemude. Contractors I would do a my Ghana high and one on why you quine no more pebian on the mountain crophone as such should be at the what Ebam Ayo Shankani Nasa F overload may check one zamani load no, load mob Canada. Oh, and on the Dina ye papa, and what I should be at the what the Ebam. Now, and Prampa say Ghana, your niece. Sikakrabi abatan e wan so den nsem bi about to go ebusia ebete e wakase boyimo na eba omanga na ha ye na dadu lumba diele ye de ne ejeja irisu ne pa ebo leader letter song pa sagano sabrofu out the boss or the boba mom was some put each on na ase and some no even me came and a yabwa na mesabo some would tay. Eyabe ebusia kase akan kasi abo. Okin Kenya most when they yabe is na mejedo aranyane. Eijata Kobana. Don't know for major attack school time was porcupine. Mandan mo NJ abwa funkato yeba and something chemo bro. Afe yamfa and samano ninchiremu emo. Oswafo shoman Ghana yane akwan ena kwantampon nsamato. Onyiminyamfo Kwame governs Abuja. Oze empen bebre no abeni oma kwantampon de wonye yene akwantampon ahodo ewo omanimu. Miss Mabaya yene dada akwentu ebotum wesi pesita nempo no obabua ema nkwanhia ahodo a osisi ewo yene mantom no yene brono yene potem ahodo no nutum betum abrase ewo oman Ghana na eneda oye ensamtwofo nhyiemu na chede odwumeti bia abanda ba a watundin the weekly government accountability na chede na wotwe bia mu no abano obebubu nkonta edi atre oman no nzama ahodo odeye ene nzama ahodo obabaye no asone bia baba kanete edi atre oman Ghana na onimu no ena yewura Kwame governs Abuja ode ne zebotu go no chem de say contract bi na se wode oman Ghana akwansha wonsa da ye na se wadwundo me kwan no meye ne biare biada meye ne basa meye no ma mepemuda ena ono gina ye asotwe kese bi pada wa wode ebema awo de nyimpa no.
There's a road that was built which should last for 10 years, which is failing. What we are doing is to let agents of state who look into this to look into them. But going forward, we are saying that from now, contractors who get work must show competence and commitment to do the good job. For instance, we notice at the ministry that contractors get work, and then when they are asked to buy, let's say, performance bond, they go to an entity, the entity without making any checks, give them some cover, believing that government will never come back to cash the bond if things go wrong. Let me sound this warning. From now, when you are a contractor, you do work, and the work fails without explanation, we shall cash the bond. We shall cash the bond to use to restore the road. If you are a consultant, before you get work at the Ministry of Roads and Highways from now, you will need to buy professional indemnity insurance. Because if you supervise work that fails without any explanation, we will draw down on your insurance cover to make sure we cover the damages that you have caused. So this is a very clear message to contractors and consultants. We are no longer going to tolerate shoddy work under any circumstances.
Yantua and some no do yakwa and some fufum wadamin semara yera Kwame governs Abuja or the two go game no reach him dead. Automate man not the Ghana man paying the yera nanado danko kufuato. Also why kwanya hodo na kwanya why no ekekani na buma obey a quincy no be impimito 10,000 kilometers. Also why you share tiffy and for a poet atoye washo boka ane metre manto medrin sene inadempono wa to no egu apotimo ni inada da ma kwanya Ghana man panyida da yewura na nado dan kwakufo do the preman shortman spectacles man osi ade yo na adgagai friend nimpo eba ni oye fellow Ghanaians da offer no kwa also ahwe ni hinade mu enya da we hu da omampanyin na nado dan kokufo do wetuma ya kwensin 10,000 kilometers into the mensama omampanyin na nado dan kokufo do na NPP abano wo baka da wa ya kwanya moman Ghana no ono hu nda ne kobia da enyim entene da ensamtwafo nhie ma oye efan aban no nkuntabolu buche oman no eho enokasa ya odo da mensama hodo ina no odi etugwa wo ho
visit is that it was difficult to see the 10,800 kilometers President Akufo-Addo declared at a point in time that they have done. It was difficult to see even 1,000 kilometers of roads in good condition in only one location, let alone 10,800. Obviously, what the President said at the time was not factual. Why did we do this? Towards the run-up of the 2024 election, we decided that we would consult with the people of our country in every community and get from them exactly what their needs are. As Honorable Felix said, one of the main issues concerning Ghanaians today in all walks of life is the condition of the road in their backyard. It doesn't matter where you are. Even people in Accra and Kumasi have serious issues with their roads. It is based upon this that the President made a firm commitment to make sure that we improve the road network in our country.
Na demensemu no ena oye oswaka embresha bedwemini odema de show bantama abatum peshedu Yewura Francis Asanso Boache ono so akasa for no say asama Yewura Kwame governs agbejeruken ne kwabi enyim o say NPP abane bay no waba bay akwensin mpemedu ebasa ayesia edwenu anan 13,624 kilometers and a waye also nsawo mofanko koni a oyekwan no do nanso ende NPP abane bay no no waba tra kwan no mu amwore Osino bypass and afen so in kwan bebre wo man Ghana ha wori enti Sunday Yewura Kwame governs Abuja oye sam twafun hiem no kade akwan no ho a na chede nensam okano nsiro and o chem dem nipa beti da makwanpo no oka asam wa ha waka asam ha no wongini ndi na lekuya baka the single source procurement no onye adwuma nanso the ma bankuriya so be no also ona eno bohwede yegmentu unde ensama Yewura Kwame governs Agbejarka no Sabio on Tasum Emman.
About your president, you know, Kasawa. They can say, Makasa the bring about road construction projects. And then we want to hear for 8 years, our year, Mama, Ghana. Makasa, buy road projects and we are in 13,624 kilometers. Ama honorable Abida ebe kan wasem ama bi be chere mu say that project na ye kan ye ka say ni nyina ye be bia na ekwan ho na we ye but a road interventions which include new construction there areas that were not roads at all. Today if we are traveling to Accra Kumasi. Osino bypass or it's a one bypass or Kanongo bypass and then bypass. It's construction possible. Not roads behind you. These are constitute new roads. It's part of the 13 communities. The areas as well. Those of you who live in cantonments, East Legon, and Renfe, in Kumasi, in Takrade, we've done our overlays to improve the road condition, driving condition. These are all road projects. But you can't all people can say fresh food. It's an alpha overlay. Gravel and red gravel. Construction, partial reconstruction, upgrading of Franco and so on. Tell road order. But you see the massive road construction going on. In road description, is upgrade. We are upgrading the road so as to accommodate the increasing traffic volumes. So it's not due construction. We are the kind, if we are saying and this now see also this is the side that said there, and we are all sacking the official at the ministry now who providing data. At the Ministry of Roads and Highways, there's a directorate, a friend, monitoring and evaluation directorate. All of them compiling data based on the weather, Ghana for Nigeria. Back to director, and two directors also at the minister, the minister. That's why the pay all year he's the only director, minister by or reshuffle will be a account. That is all GDO. That's all GDO will provide data. Data running in Nigeria. And one question, when you have to do now, when you have some sort of sincerity on his part, now one question.
Yadawo ewo yera Kwame governs Agbeja ne ensemara na dane press briefing na oye ewo man Ghana ha no to go chem dem yewo kasa hodo ewo man Ghana ha wonam ye ne akwana kwantemponi do ekota krada itumi hiebi ereko oye Kumasi shebi eko north shebi na chede gide ntu kwanda reko wukrom anade baby kara kasene de ibi shebo kwando pam ose anyanwan koten impem bebre no ye wakase bi no wa what overloading what fanzama ma obrodo enye de nyimpa no another passengers no eno wa afọ ma abudo na emu nzama no wotum ka bi wotum afanzama na manzama no otaimu amaka na kasa no otene kwam de ya ntika no pon ontum nkọ age de passengers na da no wosi fom na wopia ka no ansa na wotum akọ na nyim ose wode nhye bi aba na nhye oda aba ni nyina nye ne dem Ghana sika poduo mpime aduenum ena ede ko mpime aduenum na ebotua 5,000 to 50,000 watching eyo shenkeni na se wo ka no eloda maka no wa tagban anade eloda maka no ontumi nya hwea enchia kura no na onye Ghana cedis no mpem enum meche 5,000 Ghana cedis osim kofo bebre wo wonam dem watch wona enye no watch na mati be boko kesi he mati kesi be wonya aba hono na nzam akensem owe na do to go no chem de enye na nkoten ebi obokrampo a watch one and show ye no tsanye ya ekwakedem afibo awompo wozin pode na chede agrada ne de krampomba agrada is 15 years awon erekomo for life enti no so ye ya hodo a ofri asone ohwe ye na kwan na tempon na asone wa ba odi aton santrefo ni ma ye di bi esomo
to do something about this, and then we have recommended a stiffer penalty regime for those who would not abide by the rule and overload. So you will see that the fees and charges that will come up, we are intending to hike the penalty for overloading on our road from 5,000 Ghana cedi to 50,000. You shouldn't be worried. It's just like saying that if you steal, you will be jailed for life. You will say that is high-handedness. But what about considering not stealing? Then you have no reason to spend even a day in prison. So we are increasing the penalties for overloading from 5,000 to 50,000. We hope that will be additional deterrent for people to make sure they work within the rules. As part of
Yatwa and some no do na yedibowie ewo yero Kwame govern Abuja ne aswan ya ono kriya sanaka so say mpanyinfo oye cabinet fo no wa akọ benkum akọ asetena ene won wansa ahye nkrata bia sa wobhwe de oye road no ne bridge tolls ahodo a yechie ewo manga na ha mpembi NPP aban be yifiwa wode be hyen mu ewo e-levy mu a ekọ yiska na wa ato ekọ sandiska na wa ato na otumoto Mokobina Kumo, what 11 what's more come out for Akmopam. Emma, what's some them? Will you the man roto no if warm? And Yera Kwame governs Abuja, or no your farm, or shall mind gunning and Aquan na quantum Samato, or the able to go at them. When a cabinet I would draw Aquaben Kuma Waja to me day, the me roto no ne oye britos no, or washing was sent at Abepium. Now, what the oye automated mail system and what the bar now to me the Juman Manoa, ama a Juman Wayano, with Tum Aquan.
Notice that prior to the previous government attempt to foist e-levy on the people of our country, they unilaterally decided to zero the collection of road tolls in our country. As principled as we are, we spoke against that even at the time, encouraging government to restore the tolling. They refused. They attempted to bring it back at the tail end of their regime. We were consistent and principled and asked them to bring it back. And indeed, prior to the election, we made it clear in our manifesto that we'll bring it back. My brothers and sisters, what are we doing now? To improve the maintenance regime, Cabinet has given approval for the reintroduction of road and bridge tolls with a focus on modernizing the collection of these tolls. We have done the transition that we want to transition to electronic and automated tolling system, enhance transparency and auditability of revenue inflows, improve user experience and reduce congestion at toll points. The ministry has launched a concessionaire pre-qualification process so far. Public advertisements have been done. A pre-qualification conference was held on the 3rd of July 2025. 12 firms have submitted applications currently under evaluation.
Ebusia yatua and some no do na yanko asonia Oshene in Suminam one Samato, or Sonsi and Brescia Bedumini war, or Sonsi and Brescia Bedumia Disha war, Shama, Mason Mumo. No honor and Okase, and Nansmo Canine 9 day, or the Cocobo Aquama, Apofa Wokopu. Na in shall they go come the one sham, now closing season wounded no, and yet they been able to do a Pumawatumuno, and then they yano, a man for the Wakwa, walk up andamo, into Cobo, and not do Aqua at the Amawan.
The ministry staff, with the Fisheries Commission staff, with the National Claimant Secretariat staff, with fishermen, with fishmongers, with the fishing associations, and all of us having a conversation around how to make progress in the fishing sector. As you heard from the Honorable Finance Minister's media review, the fishing sector performed very well in contributing to the country's GDP. We have come back since hearing that to investigate what led to that performance. And so we are asking ourselves, what can we do more of and what can we do differently so that we perform even better? Also, as you are aware, we modified the close season for this year. This year, we maintained close season for industrial fleet for 2 months, July and August. We maintained close season for semi-industrial fleet for July, and we did not have a close season for artisanal fishers, particularly the canoe fishermen. What has come to our attention is that the two conditions that were given for not closing the season, and that will determine whether we close the season next year or not. The two conditions were, one, that fishermen observe the traditional management measure of no fishing 1 day in a week. Most places is Tuesday. The second is that fishermen stop illegal fishing. Now, it has come to our attention that lots of fishermen complied. They went fishing without light, without any illegal methods, and they really had a bumper harvest.
Yatwa kasiebo no do na yede nweche nsam fufuma Ghana yene sikakrabia batan ai hono ebanda Ghana sikeyina ye pe kasepa no hwa no yede egu metre Bank of Ghana pay ni powder wananu ye Yewura Johnson Esiama ono na waka say no do to go no chemu dem oya Ghana yene monetary policy rate form no rate no we twado efri ohanyichemu eduonu nwotwe whatever ohanyichemu eduonu enum.
Together with the outturns in the capital and financial accounts, culminated in an overall balance of payment surplus of $2.2 billion, significantly higher than the $588.5 million recorded in June 2024. On this score, our gross international reserves stood at $11.1 billion as at the end of June 2025, which is equivalent to 4.8 months of imports of goods and services, compared to $8.9 billion or 4 months of imports cover as at end December 2024. The external sector outlook is positive, and this is anchored on favorable commodity prices and improved remittance inflows, despite the resumption of external debt service. On the back of the strong external sector performance and increased reserve accumulation, the cedi has further strengthened against the major trading currencies. And in the year to 25th July 2025, the cedi appreciated by 40.7% against the US dollar, 31.2% against the British pound, and 24.2% against the euro. Overall, the committee noted that macroeconomic conditions have significantly improved, inflation expectations are broadly anchored, external buffers have strengthened, and confidence in the economy is returning. The July forecast also shows that headline inflation is expected to decline further in the third quarter of 2025 and trend within the medium-term target of 8 plus or minus 2% by the end of 2025, earlier than initial projections. However, there are upside risks to the inflation outlook, which include potential supply chain challenges emanating from the global trade tensions, an upward adjustment in utility tariffs.
Yako and some fufrumum. Na oye Yewura. Well, and some fufrumuno. Dano nyara na oswa for shaman Ghana yene sikawo ensamodo ode go to go man Ghana embrese bedwumfie e na orichemu de se yehwe oman Ghana yene sika sames mokona ode go to go na yehu asonye bia na nemude na onamdo ema pain pepi abakasa e na orichemu de se yehwe nsama Dr. Kasala to force ne bakan e fa no man Ghana yene akon mesika no ho na ohun de papa no ebedi akowisama also no ontumi nkade bia o twantwa na de obolata nemmom ensembe wo kanya ondum ye kura ensembe wo kanya atede onye no kwando na de onye no kwakura enti oye owura George Domfe ono development economics and do to go chem de bayanka Yewura Castle atoforsen onfa e chopa embra Ghana fo sende Ghana oye akomese ko to go mbehye bedwumfe no ohun de mfum do kakra bi ewum
better under Nana Akufo-Addo, even though there are still challenges, but it got better. But finance minister, until I was in the unemployment situation, 14.7. Let's just say Akufo-Addo found 5.2, or they call 14.7. And then I'm a person in Jinaha, edit to just say, Sasamo kind data and support it. And yes, I mean, I say they were ditro, and any big class, and also, and young Ukraine or catch Ghana for no. One kind of crunch Ghana for saying, say, 14.7 or a different methodology. Yeah, a friend broad measure, and when your official unemployment rate, and then a broad measure now, Ghana Sasca Service, a year, only 14.7. It is our official unemployment rate now for 5.2. Am I John Dramani Mama, official unemployment rate? You should compare it to the official unemployment rate of Akufo-Addo, which is 3.01. And you can say, John Dramani Mama, official unemployment rate of 5.2 in January 2016. I compare Akufo-Addo's broad, unemployment rate of 14.7. Oh yes, sir. That is, I said, to 2 foot you every Ghana for any so. Yes, stress you finance minister. Only I could do no just number Ghana for because one can pray and share Ghana for. On the campaign platform, you can say, Oba, with the one cocoa back, a budget says 6,000, 60 million. Now, Akufo-Addo your crown for a dinner, cocoa, a craft for SC1 or more 31 million. Now, the Oba budget 60 million. Oba, your own fan calls, and now your campaign platform to be a new nation. Ultimate fan consisted. I'm a million, but we don't catch a craft also a conform. So the more cars say Akufo-Addo and air conform. We don't know. A man a year adventure whereby no year, where Yanis a Ghana for fees and Koya, near Mafu Flaba, and then Topa economy and Koya attribution. Yana a year.
Yatwa Kasiabo Nodo, young court scholarship secretariat for 1 hour on the year was able to go at them there. A fair apime bien eduno enum na fair apime bien eduno insia scholarship program no we boy ano ama enimpa beye empem enum 5,000 applicants into bibia dam or bia onya tema de opede or apply no embra no ema ho kwan enti we boy kwan no atwa yente insama wo don painful be what to nsamchofu enim
yeah adwin say ye beye in total of 5,000 scholarships na 5,000 nimu no ya reserve 2,000 e di ama Portugal say we are more from brilliant but needy students. Omo ewon die, omo enimuma but sikasem inti aya consider amaso omo betimi atoa omo addition so. Eno no enya scholarship secretariat no na ebetena aba be determine manifesto ma one permission but say yemboa Ghana police service na omo be di omo capacity that is within the 3,000. Yemboa Muslim brothers our Mojungo communities Nansen Amudi Salai the president even made that announcement there it is at 3,000 you be na ye debe make sure say omampani bosha or share amount phone and no yede emubi ebe for Felisa promises no scholarships we are na fee no 70% is focused on STEM, IT and then law. Qualification eligibility ni said the can kai no I was all Ghana nia ote Ghana ya na wo admission dada say from level 200 echo level 400 and now teacher training whether first year second year goes no fee stress and almost benefit here so we are targeting the second year students but be targeting first year students for private institutions mami sisu dia say yes application mode of application we call www.scholarships.gov.gh scholarship no s so scholarships.gov.gh and mo be enkodada say website we no application fee be the same only code be any other we've seen that we have reported them to the security agencies say investigation be so na ya chesa ankrofo no
Abusia ATA for the scholarship secretariat from one Asonia Yetwa and some no do. Ara was summer or see Dano Edwata a sorrow far where Savior Church Ghana. Walk on a camp meeting as I work with you. Fofian Twata a nimpe wobenya question a mo a do and no day. Wash one uncle ever obogu. Na da semi abaya who ye pa and they ended the monk war upon a crab everyone crum.
Omo be kofi ya de omo be kofi nti abona omo bo no omo bo hia omo de omo nyina re ba omo ba do esi ya ha no na ya hwe ni akwa omo ya kwa akotena efiaso bi ni ya timi de amanpa bi so akobo yewura fi se na ya we ye betena se kasa bring ki atena se da na na bridge abo obogu man nti no e na yewura esi yemra mehwe nti yewe bibia na se kwan ebe mu dia yebekọ akọtena se ahofie nti so wo dom no de esi ya na ya ade bia ahomti pa bugu bichi atu ye no ye ne bere ese
akwana nananum na
wada homa ebi se bia nkwansia no si ye no esi awukudae nti ade ti ye nra no nananum ye bibia etwa adwan etu anamo piti kuro nyina eye amamre wo se ye bia ansari ye tibi dia wo mo ahyefo o se wo ye sa amamre na wo ntibe fo mo enhyefo enti ye se wo mo bia emepamu no nananum ebetu ho anamo ape ba bia saa de ye baayi ifiri
nyame enfa wona kra ensie ye yemfa ye de ho wo areho semu nanso yewura oye Charles Kojo Fosu a dodo na abonamra ne de lumba daddy lumba edan memende ena ofrimu na chedo ofrimu no na watwe anyen ena yerurumi na ofrimu yade Ghana nyum tufu bebre pi na no ena we twanyom wode aman na seba big family radio ha BFM network ha na chada ha de onye o ahade odemusro konkra se et voice no krampo na ye bonimpa ni kwa kyerewa inhunde oyo o sende daddy lumba nugu no atwetwe nza mebi aba enti oya Reverend Benjamin K Asari wa wo modena pa akotena studio ena watro nyem kama waye ni nane de ye dirisu daddy lumba enti meso de enwom no me yente kakra bi na ye wi de kasebo no esi
in the realm of high life where rhythms reign, a legend passed on, leaving hearts in pain. Daddy Lumba, a name that's known so well, his melodies will live on, his legacy will tell. We'll celebrate your life, your music and your might, a cultural icon, shining bright in the night. Your soulful voice, your lyrics so divine. Daddy Lumba, your legacy will forever be mine. From Eben Woha to Sikasten and more, your songs captured hearts and left us wanting more. A master of words, a poet of the soul. Your music bridged gaps, making us whole. We'll celebrate your life, your music and your might.
Yes, we celebrate your life. Your legacy will be mine. It's Nina Sikasam, your voice, your lyrics so divide. Danny Lumo, your legacy ever. Oh, Nina can be. Nina when you know. Oh yes. Yes, when you get the lyrics now, you will see everything. Bibia will come. Etabusia nyuma Reverend Benjamin K Asari which at Amadad Lumba Miss Medbeka Nuhum Ewo or man Ghana. Ne tumula Ghana Nankasano in fact that Lumba we know things are coming out. And then so Mami Ode kupu more warm. May I dan coming yana ye in common so mensankan. It's yet besi ha na embri permono yes kana ya twetwe enkomom asadan koma akosia adepa abna papa bi ohenma Esther oye crew ni nyina obo mechidom ema mede kasebe mede babada no izin amejedo aranyen ejata kobana dorona for mejata kokko school time was porcupine. Mema wayina mo anything sanso mo hwa de hye makra one.